Unfading skies. You grow ever stronger, and I speak of more than just the flesh. Aye, you are slowly but surely realizing your potential as an Azure Dragoon. It is heartening to look upon, though I must confess that my predestined feeling is one of relief. You must understand, the mere thought of the I would choose an outsider. One ill comprehends the threat possessed by the dragons, filled with me with the gravest of misgivings. Yet you have... but I shall say no more, lest fatally impede your improvement. Now, during our last lesson, I enlightened you regarding to the origins of the dragoons. You will recall how Haldrad heroically triumphed over the great worm Nidhogg and Ishgard came into possession of the Eye. Tell me, Ryusei, do you believe that these events truly transpired, or are you inclined to think them fairy tales? I ask you this because few folk have seen dragons in the flesh, besides we Ishgardians, and most would as soon dismiss them as products of the imagination. Alas, dragons are no less real than you and I, with Nidhogg perhaps the most real of all. In the course of its history, Ishgard has suffered the creature's wrath on 8 separate occasions. Each time the great worm rouses, the blood of countless Ishgardians is spilled. Let us revisit the past once more, Ryusei. The time is 20 summers past, and the place Dravonia. After a century's slumber, Nidhogg awakened once more to resume his reign of terror. Entire villages were razed to the ground and their inhabitants reduced to smoldering ash. Sensing the great worm unbridled rage, others of his kind began to rose, and in such numbers as to blot out the sun with their wings. A deep foreboding darkness swept over Ishgard, raging infernos painting the belly of the sky an angry red, the agonizing screams of innocents fading into deathly silence. In my station as the Azure Dragoon, I was there through it all, bore witness to all the horrors. But there was no time to offer even the silent prayer. Nidhogg lingered in one place only long enough to lay it to waste, and when he took a swing, so too did I pursue him, a man possessed. This game of cat and mouse continued for what seemed an eternity before I found myself face to face with a great worm. The battle unfolded in the tiny settlement on the edge of Cortes, raging for 3 days and 3 nights, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. Remaining on my feet by sheer force of will, I realized that it must end now, else I shouldn't end well. Marshalling my last ounce of strength, I wagered all on a single thrust. My lance struck home, burying deep in the ruin of my opponent's empty eye socket. Yet before I could withdraw my weapon, the worm lashed out wildly in its agony, dealing a blow that left me sprawled upon this scorch of earth, nigh insensate. In that instant, I thought myself surely doomed, but Halon was not finished with me. Having lost the taste for battle, Nidhogg let loose a blood-curdling roar before fleeing to the sky. The battle was over. While I did not perish from my injuries, they rendered my body unfit to bear the power of the Dragoon, and I was Azure Dragon no more. Lying bedridden, my thoughts wandered to all the innocent lives that had been lost. The people I had failed to protect. That last conflict with the dragons of Dravonia left countless orphans in the wake. Estinian is one of them. Estinian? The sole survivor of Ferndale, the final village to suffer Nidhogg's wrath. Estinian is not our guildmaster from the Alchemist Guild? Nah, I guess not. I guess it's the guy after. With none left to care for him, I did the only thing I could. I took Estinian as my own son, instructing him in the way of the Dragoon when he was of an age to learn. Yet I would not have you think me noble. My actions were born not of compassion but of guilt. My guilt at having failed him. But alas, I have also failed him as a father, for what manner a man did I bring up to be? A thief who would endanger the life of every one of his countrymen. Aye, you heard me right. All of Ishgard may suffer for his crime. Though we know little unless of the minds of dragons, it is conceivable that the disturbances surrounding this stolen eye roused Nidhogg to reawaken once more. that his kin have already suffered from their slumber serves as fair warning of that. Time is not our side, fortunately. It would seem you are more than ready to embark on your next trial. Make your way to Witch Drop, where the night Hailstein awaits your arrival. My nation is depending on you, we'll say. Did you really need to say all that shit to me, though? I feel like you didn't. We have to go down there? There's a few Rodrigas, though. Nah, it should be fine. You are the one who aspired to be an Azure Dragoon. Why, you are not even Ishgard. Of Ishgard. If you truly possess the power that St. Alberic sees in you, then prove it to me with your lance. And guard! Are you for real, bitch? Huh. There we go. I feel like this is too loud. That strength. I have not seen its like since Estinian himself stood before me. Mayhaps Sir Alberic has the right of it after all. Return and show your crystal to him. I have no doubt he will be pleased. Bro, I swear to God, this Dragoon's task, like, come on. What is even the task I was supposed to do here? And aside from that, why so far from the place where we were? If they wanted to just test how strong I was, like to that point, they could be in the same location. Like this girl. Oh, god damn it. This girl, she could just be like in here, you know, to the side and summon that spider things. And by the way, why spiders? Why does she have spiders? Why did she not bring like lancers or other dragoons or just soldiers to test me out? It doesn't make any sense. This quest doesn't make any freaking sense. And aside from that, why? Why did you feel the need to tell all that story about you and your son? Like, I get it. We have to know that at some point, but wouldn't it be better for us to discover that through a dialogue of you and your son, and we are in our present? I don't know. I feel like there are better ways to show this, to display this. Like, you have passed yet another trial with flying colors, we'll say. The day when you may stand before Istinian is an equal is not far off. And when that day comes, the Eye will choose you over the traitor. I have no doubt of this. But we must be patient still. For now, you must continue your training. When you can do no more on your own, seek me once more. I can do pretty much everything on my own so far. You haven't really taught me any good skill. Even this one is just in AoE. It's bomb AoE, like, come on.